Hi everyone, Erol Oz here again, and this is part 2 of additional strum patterns that you'll find in my method book. Now, if you scroll down the page, you'll notice a strum pattern that says 1, 2, and 4 and. And there's no count 3. We actually have a tie in that strum pattern, which means that count 3 is actually held over from the and of 2, which means we're not actually going to strum it. So you might be looking at this thinking, how's that supposed to sound, and how do I do it? So here's what it's going to sound like. Now, if we count that rhythm, it's 1, 2, and 4 and. 1, 2, and 4 and. Or on strum directions, it's down, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. Now, that double up in the middle, we call that a syncopation. And that can be really tricky if you're not used to doing that. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the strum pattern and break it down into smaller pieces, put those pieces back together, and then we'll have the whole thing complete. So if you feel like at any point throughout the video you need to hit the pause button to practice before you move on to the next step, by all means do so. So I'm still going to keep using our E minor 7 chord with the left hand, and we're just going to start with 1, 2, and. Down, down, up. Down, down, up, down, down, up. So if that feels good, great. We'll move on to the next part, where it's 1, 2, and, or down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up. Now if that feels easy, let's move on to the next part, where after the syncopation, we have to add 4 and. So the entire strum pattern is going to sound like this. On 1, 2, and 4 and. 1, 2, and 4 and. 1, 2, and 4 and. Or on strum directions, it's down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, down, up, down, up. Now, if you're still having trouble doing it at this speed, just slow it down. And as long as you're playing it with the correct rhythms and the correct strum directions, it's okay if it's not full speed. So if you need to practice it correctly, but at this tempo, down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up, that's fine too. Make sure that you feel really confident with it before you start trying to speed things up. Now, if you feel like you're ready for that challenge, the next drum pattern right below it is virtually the same thing, except our time signature is different. Instead of being in 4/4 time, we're actually in cut time. So it's a C with a vertical slash going through it, which is going to give our strum pattern sort of a double time feel. So instead of going 1, 2, and 4, and 1, and 4 and. It's going to feel like. Now, there are lots of ways that we can count the rhythm for cut time. However, just to make sure that the numbered beats and the strum directions line up in the same methodical way, I prefer to count it in 4/4. So I count 1, 2, and 4 and. 1, 2, and 4 and. So it's the same strum pattern, just kind of with a double time feel to what we did before. Now the other thing to note is that when I'm strumming a cut time pattern, I have to be strumming pretty quickly. And the only way that I can really make that happen is if I keep the movements in my wrist very light and very relaxed and very small. If I try to strum from the elbow, there's no way I'm going to be able to strum fast enough to do this pattern. So watch again. So it's 1, 2, and 4, and down, down, up, down, up. So you can see that pretty much all the strumming is coming from my wrist, and I'm keeping the movements light and relaxed and small. So you may not be able to do that quite at that tempo yet, and that's okay. If you need to stick with the way we were doing it in 4/4 time before and gradually work the speed up into that double cut time, that's totally fine too, just as long as you are practicing using the correct rhythm and the correct strum directions. So, thanks for listening. Make sure to subscribe to Erol Oz Music on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, and check out my website at erolozmusic.com. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.